approach of territorial rural development is an answer to the failure of previous attempts to solve the problem of rural development at least in Latin America. The sectoral approach didn't reach all the goals that was expected, and we cannot pursue in that approach going just sector by sector, because nothing will change. It hasn't changed and it won't change. So we need to do something in a different way. And the way that we are trying to move the rural development discussion in this region is trying to address at the same time an improvement in the productive conditions and a change in the institutional arrangements that allow these new market arrangements to become more successful and to provide and deliver new results for the poorest people in the rural areas. For territorial rural development, we need to have different sets of public policies. One, it has to be one that allows an harmonization of the sectoral approach and the territorial approach. That means having spaces to agree on certain goals and on certain activities that will be supported by a sector, a productive sector, for example, and a territorial implementation, which means that the territory and its institutions could reform, adapt, or take these sectoral policies in place. There are several examples in the region. There are several studies trying to identify what it means in real territories to have rural development based on the territorial approach. In the case of Peru, for example, we've seen in the southern Sierra, for example, in Valle Sur o Congate, in the region of Cusco, a very interesting case of a region, of a territory that had created a diverse economic setting for its producers based on a very traditional agricultural setting, with a new institutional setting related with local government and with new local social coalitions that create a new discourse that allows an improvement of the economic conditions. For example, creating a special setting for the gastronomic boom in the outsides of the Cusco city that create a new type of specialization or allow a new type of businesses that complement the traditional agricultural business of the local people. And now all of that, the traditional agriculture plus the new economic activities related to gastronomy, to traditional aspects of the culture, are part of the same institutional plan for the whole territory. I would say that you need a social coalition in the territory that has a story for the territory, that has a plan, that has some idea that opens new doors for new economic activities, but also you need some history of creating these opportunities or of validating this plan. And also you need some inputs from, sufficient infrastructure, sufficient contact with other sectors within the territory and the outside of the territory. Another enabling factor to support this creation of new opportunities in a certain territory is to have enough tools to open access to new business opportunities and to new participation opportunities. And there are at least two ways of having good examples and pretty concrete examples of this. One is opportunities enabling social institutions to become part of the creation of a territorial plan. And the other one is providing tools to people for people to be able to develop new businesses. For example, microfinance opportunities are a very good example of what we've been seeing in a lot of countries in Latin America and Peru especially. For example, having women accessing savings accounts, microcredit, and the use of financial institutions to improve their ability to connect with people outside the territory becomes a very relevant tool to make more productive and more profitable businesses in the territory. And that creates a lot of different new opportunities for people that traditionally excluded of these opportunities.